Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
A fight for the right to be number one. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a battle of the top two teams in the AFC West, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken near the 13. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be second down. There's some flash on this offense and certainly some flash with Dorsett.
A flyer out of the University of Miami. Speed is his game, but he's added excellent moves and good hands.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a 5th-round pick in the 2019 draft out of North Dakota State. It's Easton Stick.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll throw on 2nd down as Stick. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. With that, let's check out how the Chargers line up on offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give them 15 yards on that one, and a Charger 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. He gets it complete to Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On second down, here's Smith. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Throwing his car on third down. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Harris now to return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, let's go. Let's make that.
Here's Stick looking to throw. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so fourth from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Down. 18 Gators.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
22 Jet Bombers. 22 Jet Bombers. Fire.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his third touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Let's go, defense. Get on the field, defense.
Carr now on first down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second down. We're good.
On second and 12, Carr into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Carr. He finds his man Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On the carry, here's Smith. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down. Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half. And he's got a 1st and 10. They toss to Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr got his man complete over the middle. That's Porter. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now Carr. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 22-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Now Stick.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Stick to throw once more. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. In for the score. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Cushion, this half has been theirs. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Burst by him near the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a...
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, L.A. Darius Slayton as the first half is winding down. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Come on now, let's go.
So here are the Chargers to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On third down, it's Stick. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's put him on the buses.
From the 41, Stick. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Love again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the carry, it's Love. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
They'll run it again with Smith. Behind the line, and his rough night continues. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Again, it's Smith. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time as we have now reached the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in the East Bay. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Carr now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
51 the mic, boy. 51. Hey, I'm coming.
Stick looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And it's caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Team 6. Lucky. Check 24. Check 24.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
51, Mike 51.
Stick looks to throw it again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
We want it. Come to my work. Mike 55. Mike 55. Now.
On 4th down, here's Stick. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 21 yards away as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 3rd down, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You draw quarters.
On 1st down, here's Love. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Hey, Echo.
First and 10, Stick. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
Here we go, let's bring it. Smooth. Let's go.
Stick back to pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third and goal. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the choking. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors,